Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you my Quick Keys add-on script for Test 3MP 0.8. This script provides server owners a few additional features related to the Quick Keys functionality of Morrowind. First and foremost, keep in mind that your players will receive new items in their inventory upon logging in. Note these items cannot be removed from your inventory while the script is active. Here are some of the items right here. Got hotkey 1, 2, 3, 4, which I'll get into these a little bit later, but we also have Quick Key Page Plus and Quick Key Pages Minus. If you open up your Quick Key Page list, the by default F1 key, you'll see for the 1 key we have a minus, and the 9 key we have a plus. These are what allow you to change your actual pages. By default they're set as 1 and 9. Players can adjust these in real time though, but just to show you what they do exactly, let me try setting a quick key really fast. Let me set an inventory item to, let's do an expensive shirt, and for 3 let's do a common shirt. So you can see my quick key page list here. This is quick key page 1 if I'm not mistaken. So now if I press the 9 key, it'll go forward in the quick key pages list. Now we're on page 2. If I open it back up, those items aren't here. That's because I changed the page. Now if I press 1 to go back a quick key page, here they are again. So now if I press the 2 key, it'll change my shirt. If I press the 3 key, it'll also change my shirt. If I go forward in my quick key page and then try and press 2, nothing. Try and press 3, nothing. Go back, 2, 3. This script also allows owners to prevent certain ref IDs from being set as a quick key entirely. So for this test, an example, I've got the extra comfy pillow. It's set to my do not allow list. So if I go to 4 and if I try and set it, you'll see I can't actually set it, and I get an error saying this item cannot be set as a quick key. Another feature of this script is the ability to have certain cells prevent any kind of quick key usage. So for example, in this test, Ravir's Trader, that building is set to not allow quick keys. So if I enter it, you get a message at the bottom, you cannot use quick keys in this location. If I open up my quick keys list, nothing. If I exit the cell, my quick key list is returned back to what it was before I entered the cell. So just to show it again, quick key list is as it is. The cell, gone, exit the cell, back again. Something else this script has the option of doing is setting up hotkey macros. These 1 through 4s that you saw earlier, that's what are used for the hotkey macros. I feel like this is going to make a big difference with certain people's playthroughs on servers, depending on how often you use chat commands and that kind of thing. Keep in mind, by default, players receive 4 of these hotkey macro items. It can be lowered or added. Right now I have it just set to 4. Word of caution with this functionality, and I have it disabled by default, but this functionality could be potentially abused depending on what people put on these hotkey macros. If somebody puts a function on here or a chat command that does a lot on the server, it could lead to some crazy lag spikes depending on what the function or chat command does. But I'll show you what it does in action just so you can see, and you can decide for yourself if you think it's something you want to use or not. So, hotkey 1, let's attach this to my character. So, for a hotkey that hasn't been set up yet, you're brought to this menu. This menu has your hotkeys, for example my 4. The first thing you have is the hotkey name, and that's what you can rename the item as. That way you can know exactly what this item is, because you'll see the name, say, oh okay, that's my whatever hotkey. And then you have your macro text, which the macro text is what actually gets run when the hotkey is used. So for this example, let's do for hotkey 1, let's click it. Let's change the macro name, test macro. Let's change the text to hello world. test macro, hello world, save macro. So, as you can see, our main menu has updated. And it shows it's a test macro is the name, and the macro text just says hello world. So if we exit, test macro, there it is. It's no longer hotkey 1 because hotkey 1's gone. It got renamed to test macro. Now, if we use this from the inventory screen, hello world. The cool thing is if we bind it to the 4 key, now that activate hotkey text at the bottom, you can toggle that on and off. If you don't want that to display, you can hide it altogether. But as you can see, I can press button 4, I can say hello world. To get this hotkey menu open, let's say you have all of these items set with hotkeys. And so if you drag and drop it, you don't get to open the actual hotkey menu. Alternative to that is /HK. Here, let's do this. Let's change this one to local, hello, local. So now, if we do hello local, where is it? Local, there it is. 5 will say hello local. And it's in local chat. So this just shows that it does use actual chat commands with its functionality. So hello world, hello local. Key 3, let's do list. Press 6, it opens up the list menu. This may be something I expand upon later on down the road, but for right now, I think this is a pretty decent start. I have no idea what kind of ideas players might come up with using these macros. I'm sure people will have a blast using them, especially with certain chat commands and that kind of thing. Let's try this for the macro 4. Since I am on my admin account, place item. We'll just do place item as the name. Let's do /place at 0, which is my player ID. BM 1 robe, white walk. Place item 7, and there it is. Pressing 7 adds it. That pretty much concludes most everything of the script. Hope you guys find it useful. If you enjoy my scripts and you want to say thanks, please consider supporting me on my Patreon. The link is in the description below. Thanks.